Hi, this is Kaylee from Sayulita Wellness Retreat. I'm our Chief Experience Officer, and I recently had the opportunity to experience the Ibogaine medicine myself. So I try to do our retreat once a year to experience it and stay fresh in the experience to share with our guests. So I've experienced our 7-day psilocybin journey. I've actually done it 2 different times, and now I was ready to work with the Ibogaine. And I didn't want it to be like a feeling of I have to do this medicine because our clients are doing it. I wanted it to feel really right for me. So I started to have some dreams about the Ibogaine like 6 months ago, and like start to feel this energy of this medicine. I'm like, this is different than what I've experienced before. So I was excited. I tried not to overthink about the journey ahead of time, but I definitely started to have like a lot of processing and releasing dreams leading up to my retreat. Of course, you get here and it's like amazing. It's the most beautiful place. The architect who built this exact retreat center had Ibogaine medicine in mind, like this to be a healing sanctuary for this medicine when this place was built. So every aspect of it feels like the perfect place to do this. So you feel so supported by the staff every step of the way. Like before you even know what you need, somebody's handing you like tea or a smoothie or preparing your place to eat food. So you feel so loved from the moment you walk in, and you feel super seen. A lot of time in the US, you're walking around, nobody's making eye contact, right? So here people are like looking at you in the eyes, and you just feel that they're living more from their heart, and that already makes you feel more relaxed, your nervous system more relaxed. So starting to the Ibogaine journey, the first day and a half, right, you have like the hypnotherapy, opening ceremony, delicious food. The morning of the journey, you have like one-on-one with the clinical psychologist. So much thought and care is put into preparing you before the journey. So I did feel very like ready. You get your IV in. This part is like not as much fun, right? But we have our nurse there with you. You also have a trip sitter, and this is something very special about our program is you don't just have medical monitoring, you also have like emotional mental support. So you have 2 people with you, one-on-one, like 2-on-1, which I've never heard of at another program. The trip sitter's there to like hold your hand, get you water, talk to you if needed, and they're trained in this emotional like support to be a psychedelic trip sitter. And then we have the nurse who's there to keep you safe, like monitoring you with the EKG, the blood pressure cuff, heart rate monitor. I never felt like scared at all about my health. With Ibogaine, it takes like 2 hours for the medicine to kick in, and this is the part where it can feel a little bit like scary, or you're waiting for it to hit. It's taken in small capsules, and once it begins, you start to feel the medicine really like working through you. Like you can feel it starting vibrating through you. I'm gonna make this sound because this is the closest sound I have for what the Ibogaine feels like, but it's like it feels like you're in a vibrational light chamber being like cleaned from the inside out. During the journey, a lot of clients will experience seeing memories of their life appear, like a beautiful picture frame or filing cabinet or movie reel, and then like kind of fade away. So for me, my journey was very slow, and it appeared like this and then would fade away. I'll do another video talking more about my Ibogaine journey, everything I experienced, but for this I want to just share generally what clients experience. So the picture might form and then fade away. Some clients feel like they can have the option to, like, they're almost sitting in like a control center, and they can choose what memories they want to focus on and like go back and heal and resolve this energy. Ibogaine feels very efficient. It wants you to heal. It wants you to release the past. It's not so worried about the story and taking you through this whole drama. It more wants you to just let it go so that it can heal your brain. Meanwhile, you do feel a lot being rewired in your brain. So the sensations just feels like vibration. It's not painful, not unpleasant. Some clients say that sometimes it can be fast-paced, the visions, right? Sometimes it can be more intense feeling. We give you a nice eye mask so that you are like kind of peaceful. You're very sensitive to light and sound during this experience. I heard from another client that if you close your eyes with the eye mask on and move your hand, like sometimes you can still see your hand moving, and this is true. I tried it. The eye mask is because you really don't want to look at the light and the sound during the journey. So the first 2 hours, super, almost feel nothing. The next few hours are start to be like the peak of the medicine. And then the final few hours, it's kind of like the come down. We have a very curated playlist. The music is phenomenal, very instrumental and beautiful. There was a moment where one of my colleagues came into my journey and she's like, "You're in a fairy tale." Like the music was so beautiful and uplifting, and none of the music felt scary or hard. Like it was just really went so well with the medicine. So we put a lot of thought and intention into that experience. The hardest part of being on the Ibogaine is if you have to get up and go to the bathroom, that it's harder to walk. So like we have your team to help you move, go to the bathroom, come back. Luckily you're in the privacy of your own room, your own bathroom. So like the perfect setting. The rooms are really big, they're very comfortable, so you feel super safe, and you're not in a hospital bed. You instead have all the hospital equipment there with you to keep you safe. So we also give you the magnesium IV with glucose and also anti-nausea medication, so that really to minimize the side effects of the medicine. It's rare, but sometimes clients do get nauseous, occasionally throw up, and we try to say, don't think of this as something bad. It's actually an opportunity to release like a stuck energy. So a client the other day, she was like, "I felt like fear or like sadness and I shoved it down, and then a few minutes later I threw up, and I knew it was because I wasn't letting myself feel that feeling." So you have an expanded awareness of your emotions during this time, but it's not a very, I wouldn't say it's an emotional medicine. It's more just trying to show you things and let it go. So it's not as emotional as say like the mushrooms or even ayahuasca. And then the last few hours, again, you're integrating, processing. The next day afterwards, you're very tired, and this is normal. It's called the gray day. Some people feel pretty good. Some people need more rest. We can bring you breakfast in bed. We can bring you breakfast at the table, whatever you need. By midday, most people come out and have lunch. You have Reiki energy healing this day, which is incredible. Like you literally feel like you're being charged up, like your energy is being re-cleaned and charged. I've always liked Reiki, but this was the most powerful Reiki I've ever experienced because your energy field is more clean and open to receive it. And then by the end of the day, you're suddenly feeling like better. And the next day after, and going forward, every day after, you start to notice more benefits, more presence, more connection. Like you'll just be meeting yourself anew, where your mind is super quiet and you feel like you're able to be fully in the present moment. So I hope this helps a little bit to understand like the process of going through the Ibogaine, what to expect, and helps you feel that you're going to be completely safe during this experience. Again, never had any medical emergency at our center. We take things super slowly. The dose is slowly built up over the course of many hours, and we monitor you that entire time for your safety and well-being, and it really is such a life-changing medicine, and we're super excited for you to experience this at our center. Thank you.